We're going live. That's what I said. We're going live. We're going live. Yeah. Hey, welcome everybody. It is what tells the date?
We'll do it live.
Oh, how do I not know today's date? Okay. Welcome to the March 23rd, 2024 edition of Push to Talk.
It's fucking March already. It's almost April.
It's almost April. Almost April. And apparently up in the New York area there, Albany, Concord, Montpelier, I guess maybe they're getting a fuck ton of snow right now in the U.S. So it missed us. We just got a little drizzle, a little rain. Snow. They're getting a lot of snow and ice. Not toward the shore, it doesn't look like, but inland, it looks like they're getting some snow. All the way up through Lake Canada. So it's a big storm.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you get it over there, like at your latitude, but like over here in the higher latitudes, we kind of get waves of like warm and cold at this point in time. Like it's like it's hot, then it's freezing. It's hot, then it's freezing. It's hot, it's freezing. So
yeah, about a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago, we were in the 70s, and this morning we're 32 degrees Fahrenheit, here in Americaland. But yeah, we get the same.
Did you see all the pictures I sent yesterday from the distillery?
We did. We're going to say, hey, Dawn's celebrating her birthday by going to distilleries and getting plastered.
Okay, let's talk here. They pulled out, they have a barrel during the tour. Like from one of the walls, they have a barrel, and they were giving us samples directly from the barrel, which is 129 proof.
Yeah. When it comes out of that barrel, it's diluted when they put it into the bottle.
Yeah, so we pulled it out, and my dad's never had straight bourbon before.
Yeah,
it was funny watching his face.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it always sounds more impressive when you times it by 2. So.
Excuse me, folks.
Just saying.
He's caught me by surprise.
But apparently most of their bottles, because we got to try 5 different things on top of that, was everything was 110 proof. And my mom doesn't drink, so guess who got all her samples?
Oh, geez.
Let's just say I felt pretty good. We had a good time, learned a lot.
That's cool.
So we just State Park this morning, and
some of the videos was like, those people are very trusting, like having people all around a vat, like not
the vat of basically beer.
Anything that goes
just
in
like
that
it's
vat.
Not covered or anything like that.
No, we stuck our fingers in.
Like
Jesus, that's all flavor, man. I mean, think about it, even in Scotland, man. I mean, birds, whatever the fuck falls in that shit, and that's just flavor. That's just flavor. 15 years later, you got no clue.
It'll be cooked out anyway. It's fine.
Yeah.
No, we literally did stick our fingers in to taste it.
I know you flavored it.
What was the other part about it? What's crazy is it's bubbling, right? That's just the carbon dioxide off of the yeast as it's fermenting.
Yeah.
We held our hands over the brewer stuff, and it was hot, but the tanks are chilled, so the water was cold.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what you get. Yeah. Things feed on stuff, create energy, generate heat.
It was an interesting high amount of exothermic process.
And that is the scientific notation for you.
Yeah. Just remember.
Yes.
Wives are endothermic. What was it? So one thing is, I can't forget today's date because, it's
what?
It's number 2's 21st birthday today. You want to know what he's doing for his 21st birthday? Number 2.
Getting drunk?
Nope.
I mean, isn't 21 the legal age of drinking?
Yeah.
Alcohol, yes.
We can go and get a beer at a bar.
Yep. Want to know what number 2's doing?
He's not going and getting a beer at a bar. It sounds like, which is weird.
No,
Painting?
no.
Golfing?
He is. Are you ready for it? He's playing laser tag in a regional.
Well, you can do that drunk.
No,
yeah, you can get that.
Yeah, if he were drinking,
I don't think they'll allow you in if you're wasted.
Not true at all.
Well, he knows the owners.
Oh, okay.
He works for the owners, so
All you can do is just bring a flask.
But
so premiums are a little tipsy and drink a flask.
By the way, he's not
just
going
water.
out tonight.
Okay, well, if it's just water, down it. Oh, fuck, all right.
He's not going out tonight. There's no plans. There was I'm like, what do you want to do for your 21st? Fly to Vegas, whatever. No. By the way, he slept in today. His ride to regionals pulled up in the driveway, rang the doorbell. Who we know, because when he was a young child, he grew up 2 doors away. Nope. Number 2 is in the we call it the family room. It's got one of the rooms with a big TV and the recliners and everything. He's in the recliners, all these blankets over him. He came home last night and he didn't even go up to his bed. Well, he went up to his bedroom and turned his light on, then came back downstairs. He was sitting there watching TV in the recliner with big blankets on, and he was still sleeping. I had to wake him up this morning to go play laser. It was pretty funny, and of course I told him happy birthday, right? But of course. I have no idea when he came home last night or his brother, because when Mrs. Erik is out of town with one of these cheerleading things, as they are this weekend, Erik goes to sleep at 8:00. I'm out, man. I was out. Good sleep. Nobody bugged me. No noise.
He could have come in at a respectable hour. He could have come in at a really, really unrespectable hour. You never know.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, he's the kid that's up all night, so you never know. You never know.
I think we're going to be going to a Mammy's, a southern restaurant here, and we'll see how it is. I'll give you guys a report.
Okay,
that'll be good. Yeah.
We did this old tavern yesterday, which I love that, McLeod, you're like, oh, look, it's a little baby tavern. Cute.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it's 300 plus years old.
Yeah, it's a baby tavern.
It is not a baby tavern.
No.
It's 300 years old. It's a baby tavern.
It is not.
Yeah. Commander Starscream, it is not boomer hours.
If it hasn't gone through a few ice ages, it's a baby tavern.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you don't understand is McLeod thinks Weatherspoons is the greatest tavern ever because of how many locations.
Fuck no.
And how old it is in combination. So if you had all the ages of the locations together, that's what he identifies as a good tavern.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll give you guys a report for the food.
If walkways are straight, and then it's not a good tavern. Simple as that. If shit's really wonky, then you're getting into the right ballpark.
See, for me, when I was in the UK, my judge of if it was a good tavern was, could I stand up in it? Because if I couldn't, then I knew it was a good tavern. Because
it's if you go there and everything looks really weird, like you're drunk, then and you haven't had a drink yet, then it's a good tavern, because
there's columns. Because
what happens is you get wasted, and then everything makes more sense suddenly.
Hey, I gotta call out Iceburn. I can't remember if I saw that right. Was that me? We go around here. Is that
112 months, man.
Months, yeah. Well done,
dude.
Well done. Thank you.
Thank
By
you
the way, welcome, Scythe, in your last few days of bachelorhood.
Yeah, I saw you only had 2 people. I felt bad for you, so I showed up. Instead of playing video games or taking a nap.
Yeah.
Nice to have you here, Scythe.
And Starscream, I'm Gen X. I'm not a fucking boomer. Okay. So
he is a boomer. Don't let him lie to you.
Gen X motherfucker. Okay.
Nah, he's boomer.
Nah, Gen X, buddy.
You're old.
Yeah, you're
the caveman generation.
You and your cadre of millennial friends. I mean, seriously.
I mean, you haven't met some of the older friends, so yeah, that's fair. You met all the people who are my age or younger out of my friend group.
Yeah. That was funny.
We'll introduce you to Richard.
Yeah.
And you can't tell how old he is. He's lived hard.
Do you like my idea of changing after the ceremony and changing my shirt so that it says "Op Success" after the wedding?
You can do it, and I'll have to hear about it. So I don't really care. Like I'll just be like, I don't control their people. I don't have any sway over what they do. That might be believed.
Oh, by the way, it's my anniversary too, so I'm going to share it here. I think.
Hey,
I don't know something.
I was going to make a joke, but then I would accidentally call Jody old. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, that'd probably be a bad idea.
I'm calling the wife old. I was going to say I've been married for like 500 years now or something. That would be wrong. Don't let her know. I don't need to be taken out by a very short.
You have power, man.
It's
Get some wine in her and drop kick me.
We've been married like long time.
Oh, you're going there, are you?
Like 26 years, I'm guessing, based off of your kids.
How
close am I? That's what I want.
I mean, the oldest is 21. Did you say, or was that like 6?
The oldest is 23.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I rolled that number. Do we play a game? Guess how long Erik has been married?
We should do that. Let's see. Let's have guesses in chat. Not that we're going to give you anything, right?
I mean,
but
let's see what's on the Steam summer sale or the spring sale or whatever. Am I allowed to give stuff away? I have money.
Fair. You never know. I don't know what's on sale there.
What's a dumb game that's on sale?
A particularly dumb game.
We should give them a copy of Battlefield 2042. It's for $9.
Oh, fucking hell.
Hey, I enjoy Battlefield games, but
Yeah, even I enjoy Battlefield games, but I don't enjoy Battlefield 2042.
It's not good. Ooh, EA Sports FC24 with its mixed reviews.
Get some of the latest FIFA.
Yeah, I'll pay $80 for a reskin. Yeah, let's do it. Sir, if it isn't NHL,
just feeding the evil. Just feeding the evil.
I'm out.
Yeah, just feeding the evil corporate machine.
But what happened to all the sports games that had on the loading screen, if you smash your controller a certain way, you'd have big head mode enabled or some shit like that. That was the fun stuff.
My favorite thing is stuff. Yeah, is nobody's actually guessing.
No one's guessing. No one they're waiting for the prize. Hold on, I'm seriously. I'm scrolling through the sale right now to see what's on there.
They're figuring out whether the prize is worthwhile or not, and honestly, the two that we have actually said are pretty fucking terrible.
I'm just looking at achievements games for a second. Chrono Trigger. How about Chrono Trigger? That's a great game. That's a great game.
Brisk is saying did a rail before the show at site.
Oh, for next Saturday?
No, so he's saying Scythe did a rail before the show started today.
Oh no, I've just had my first cup of coffee, man.
All right, he's up on the caffeine.
I've got it. The Command and Conquer Ultimate Collection that just got relisted.
Brisk, that is Scythe's natural state.
CNC is just like.
Brisk, you don't understand. I just go hard all day, and then I take a nap, and I sleep like the dead, and then I wake up at 6 a.m. and start over.
Oh, shit. We've actually got drops on as well today. Fuck. I didn't even
realize on sale. That's great.
I didn't even realize that.
Drops on.
Yeah. I'm like halfway through a Ferox Navy issue drop.
Wakes up every day, slams a Red Bull. I love Brisk.
Brisk, you want me to let you know a little secret? If I do Red Bull, I get calmer because ADHD makes that shit an Uno reverse card.
That's such a shitty thing,
dude. It's actually great. Like I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna drink some.
I don't know because it's kind of like so I guess caffeine does work for you though.
Yeah.
Okay, so at least it's that.
No, it's the caffeine that's the thing. So caffeine doesn't make me energetic. It keeps me focused. It slows me down. So instead of bouncing around, I go, I am now doing this one thing.
Oh, okay.
And caffeine is way cheaper than
keeps you focused.
ADHD pills that I could be taking that cause suicidal thoughts and all that other shit. So
yeah,
you know what? You just want focus. That's all you want.
Are we trying to get to a strip club? Okay.
Hippie Grenade says get him to a strip club. I've never been to a strip club with Scythe. Just so everybody.
I don't do strip clubs. That's one of my favorites.
And I have been to.
You just go straight to hookers.
No, you would not do that. No. We spent a bunch of guys hanging out around Disney and Star Wars World. That was party.
And then we ate pretty good steaks and a lot of fried mushrooms and stuff. So,
those steaks were good.
So there's that steakhouse. They have one of theirs like across the street from my new house, basically. And I didn't realize they were cheaper than basically any other steakhouse in the area, and their food's better. So what's going on there? I don't understand. Why is Outback, this terrible chain, $5 more for a 12-ounce steak? That makes no sense.
Because they're literally just running on the coattails of their branding. That's all they are.
It's the Bloomin' Onion. That's all you gotta know.
The Bloomin' Onion's pretty good.
And the jingoism.
Is it though?
Dude, Bloomin' Onion is life. All right, don't even. Once you've had one, you'll know. You'll understand.
You know, I've seen a lot of people who say that it's not exactly as much as good as it's cracked up to be.
The best version of it you get at the local and state fairs because they all make one now.
I mean, I've got to find a place that does it first because I don't think it's one of those things that is done quite often in the UK.
I mean, y'all do Chinese food wrong, so I don't trust you to do Bloomin' Onion right. So I ordered a spicy pad thai dish or whatever in the UK when I was there, and it was sweet. I was very confused as to why it was sweet and not spicy.
Pad thai is not supposed to be sweet.
Well, exactly. There's always a degree of whether a Chinese place is actually a decent Chinese place or whether it's a dumbed down Chinese place for some fucking shitty
people who have no palates.
Yeah, exactly.
No, so my problem is I don't know what that measure is in the UK. In the US, we have a grocery chain called Food Line. And if there is a Chinese place beside the Food Line, you go to that Chinese place. It will be the best Chinese place. It'll have a C on its health inspection, but the food will be the best Chinese food you've had.
I mean, the way that I do it over here is I look for the actual sort of, Asian markets and Asian food source places. And if there's a Chinese near there, I'm going to that Chinese.
We went to an Indian place like that, and that they only served to-go plates, and it was so good. That was probably some of the best Indian food I've ever had.
Yeah, dude. That's kind of how you do it. It's either that or you kind of end up knowing where the sort of the sort of Chinese or Korean communities and stuff like that are in the area, and you kind of that a Chinese or a Korean kind of place there is going to be pretty good.
Yeah, it's Mark, you're laughing at the C food grade rating.
Yeah, but it's also kind of like that when you go on holiday, right? If you go to Spain or whatever, go have something where the locals go and have stuff, right?
The C isn't the food grade rating; it's the cleanliness rating. Let's be clear about that, okay?
It's the health score. You shouldn't eat anywhere with less than a 97 in the first place, unless it's a Chinese takeout.
If it doesn't say,
what is the
typical? Waffle House.
Do they do grades on taco trucks and stuff? Because I don't think they do. Would they do that?
What's that? Sorry,
do they do cleanliness grades on food trucks and shit?
Yes. Yep.
Oh shit. Okay. Good. I'm
glad
that
they
do that.
Operate as a food truck in most states in the U.S. and it operates the same level of a restaurant, but then there's actually more stipulations because it's a truck. They have actually higher regulation.
Oh, okay, cool.
Which is pretty impressive and also kind of annoying if you're I just want to make a little coffee truck where you go and serve coffee. Where you have to have the best food safety rating, and all you're doing is grinding beans and heating them up with water. It's wild. I know this because one of the bridesmaids, is the fiance's best friends, has a coffee truck, and she's getting that is a pain in the ass. It's the worst.
Wow.
But no, Eric, for Waffle House. You want the lowest reviewed Waffle House in the area. If it's got like a 2 and it's because their like staff is rude, the food's going to be the best.
Oh yeah, I can deal with rude staff at a Waffle House.
That you expect it. You want them to throw hands on site, and if they're not ready to throw hands on site, they shouldn't be working at Waffle House.
So, question for you: where are we eating breakfast the day of the wedding?
I got to call Yana's, but they were not open when I called the other day. Which is a little diner hole in the wall that seats maybe 30 people at a time. I got to figure out who's going exactly. If it's just the groomsmen, I know they can get us in. But if we're bringing like the wives and stuff, it's hard.
And you might be booking the whole place out.
I really can't eat breakfast and leave the wife at home.
Well, Jody's. I'd rather have Jody come than you, not be me.
I know you would, because she's better looking. She's better looking, And she's a little bit cooler, She's
wild.
You can talk to. We'll be talking to her about, I think she's decided to get a tattoo. We'll make that
bold move.
Conversation. Oh, by the way, right? And we've got a sick. So for the audience members who don't know, my wife. Okay, if you tell her to go research somebody, or she wants to, like, as we say in Pittsburgh, be nebby. Okay. Figure out something, learn something about somebody. She's the girl to call, because she does that research and she finds everything out. And we have a new member of Scythe's family that we're going to have my wife talk to during the night, just to.
Does she have a PI license yet, or is she working on that or something?
No, but you know what? She wanted to be like policewoman. You
mean the family drama person? Yes, got it. Okay.
Yeah. Remember we talked about that? So we're gonna
just dig in for that dirt. Like,
I'll give the quick version.
I mean, you don't have to.
I will. I'm not going to give too many specifics.
All right.
So the fiance is a twin, and then they have a younger sister. So there's 3 girls. The younger sister turned 18, ran off to Amish country, Ohio, and got married to a man who left the Amish church. Lived there for 3 months, then came home at 2 a.m. and surprised everyone, said, "We live here now." That's the short version. Mind you, she didn't invite her parents to their wedding.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the short version. It was like a year build up to this nonsense, but it's wild.
And this person and her husband is going to be at the wedding, right?
He gets to sit at the family table. You can believe that?
That to me, that feels like somebody who is really, really relying on the good graces of family. Like, just the good grace of family relations. Jesus Christ.
If my fiance and I were homeless, we would honestly move that way too. I don't think it would be that big of a deal. They own half the damn town. But again, I wouldn't want to do that. I would hate to live with Not that I don't like her family, but they're all in each other's business. I don't want random people showing up at my house unannounced. That's my biggest thing. Like, text me you're coming. Sure, come on. But if I'm, like, in my pajamas playing video games, don't just show up at my door and say, "Hey, we're here to hang out." Why? Why are you doing this to me?
I live here now.
Like, I lived 20 minutes from my parents, and they still would not do that. They'd call me, like, 3 days in advance and say, "Hey, can we come to hang out with you, or let's go to dinner?" Like,
surprisingly, you say that, Scythe, and that is why my wife did not want to buy a house in my parents' neighborhood when we first got married. She's like, "I don't want my mother-in-law randomly showing up." But my mother would never do that. She would call first.
Yeah.
And things like that. Well, and she would not hang out at our house. That's not my mom.
There's a time
she was really leery, and after many years, nobody's guessed how many years yet, my wife and my mother get along really, really well. They really like each other. So it's kind of cool, but yeah. Well, you never know.
So what I'm hearing from Scythe is there's a time and a place for spontaneity.
And it's not your in-laws showing up at your house uninvited.
What are you talking about?
Hey, look who's back.
Yeah, we got a 20-minute wait before we can get seated for food, so it's like, all right, I'll go. So people don't have to listen to my weird friends talk.
No, we'll just listen to Scythe.
I'd be quieter if I started playing a video game, but I'm afraid my internet will shit with that if I do that.
Well, Scythe, just so you know, I mean, I'm going to come to breakfast and pretty much, have coffee because I don't eat breakfast. Although today I made a big exception.
Here's the thing: you're going to have at least one fruit fritter because you will not be able to resist. So that is how they work.
Okay. So give the diabetic sugar before the wedding.
100%.
Work out well.
They are whole deep fried strawberries. All right, they're amazing.
Okay, a whole deep fried strawberry. Strawberries are good for diabetics.
That's their strawberry fritter. It's just a whole strawberry that deep fried. It's fantastic.
Nice. We'll eat that.
The banana ones are good. The peach are my favorite, but they won't be in season because they only get their peaches local.
That almost seems like the perfect way of being able to sneak a something nutritious, aka fruit, into a Scotsman's diet.
Just fry it.
Just fry it.
Tell them it's haggis and confuse them. It's vegan haggis.
It's fried. Eat it. It's fine.
Just this egg tastes different. Yeah, take a strawberry, coat it in pork and sausage, meat, and then bread it. Yeah, it's just when
what did you do?
Elimination. Yes, 100%. We're in the South. When in doubt, deep fry that shit.
You could also put a kiwi in there, and that would work too.
I wonder if kiwi fritters would be good.
I've never been a fan of kiwi.
Oh, I'm a fan. I love kiwi.
Never been a fan of kiwi. I don't know why.
I like it mixed with other fruit. I don't like it by itself.
Oh no, I'll just slice up a kiwi and eat it. Oh yeah, it's good stuff.
See, I have that same kind of feeling with like cheese. Like I don't like cheese like literally on its own, but like with other things, fucking fantastic.
Like melted cheese on stuff, yeah. People who eat just cheese with nothing else, there's something wrong with you.
So
I love.
How dare you attack me like that?
Yeah,
Eric can do that. I kind
of feel a little bit like
cheese.
That.
No, cheese is, anthropologically speaking, one of the most human foods because we had to domesticate an animal, wait months for it to become a different food after we take a food byproduct from them, and then we eat it. But we don't eat it normally by itself. We put it with other food. We use it as a seasoning.
But by the way, you had to sit there and say, take that byproduct from that animal and mix it with a byproduct of making wine when wine went bad.
Yes, it's just
how do we get there?
Because it tastes good.
We get there by sheer volume of trial and error. That's what happens there. That's exactly how that happens. It's the same sort of thing of like how did a human decide? Oh, a cow produces milk that we can drink. You don't want to know, but you do know that there was a lot of trial and error there in some way, shape, or form.
And then there's people who are like, let's add maggots to it.
We're going to add the spiciest pepper we can find to it and then see what happens.
Yeah.
No, maggots in the cheese.
Oh, yeah.
God, yeah, that stuff.
Remember, Swiss cheese has holes.
They don't even take the maggots out. They just eat the maggots with the cheese.
Yeah, you can have that cheese.
Here's the thing, right? So if you guys have ever been around dairy cows, right? Those little udders are like coated in mud during the day or something like that, right? Who's the dude who decided I'm going to suck on that muddy udder and drink the milk like the baby calf does? I mean, seriously. Deep fry everything. Do we win yet? Absolutely. We deep fry Coke. Yeah, it's true.
I mean,
Coke and Pepsi.
Have you tried deep frying Coke and Pepsi?
Yeah, we have deep fried Coke and Pepsi at the state fair every year.
Yeah, absolutely.
How I do, like literally pouring liquid into a front. What?
No, so what you do is you make batter like you're going to deep fry something else. You drizzle in like you're about to make a funnel cake. Then you pour soda into that with like a baster, and then you pour more things on it. Or you just make the batter without water. You use the soda. It's just basically flavored funnel.
Oh, okay. So, like, if you're making like a beer batter, like instead of using beer, you just use like Pepsi or whatever. Oh, okay.
It's like you can take a pint of Ben and Jerry's ice cream and flour and make a loaf.
Does that mean if you take like whiskey and
I'll do that.
carbonate it. You can use it in a beer batter and make a funnel cake out of it. And
just use the whiskey.
Just use the whiskey.
The carbonation does nothing really and truly.
I'm just thinking in terms of the batter. That's all. Like,
yeah, no, it's not helping.
It's not helping. Okay, fine.
Just like
appellations, yeah.
Would that technically be a way of to kill a? Or I don't know whether that would that kill a Scot, or would that actually just transcend a Scot?
What are you trying to figure out?
Like deep fried whiskey. Like,
if it's Scotch, you would kill a Scotman on sight. It'd be great. It's like
I think what would happen was the Scot would actually transcend.
I mean, here in America, we deep fry butter.
We did. Yep, that's a thing.
Yeah,
it's gross.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, butter. There's deep fried butter on a stick. I've seen people buy it. I'm like, why? Why? Just shoot yourself. It's quicker. It's less painful.
Like genuinely, that sounds like something.
A frozen thing of butter.
I would hear in a state fair, but like a state fair in the sort of fucking Wild West back in that kind of time.
It's at the state fair here in North Carolina that gets 500,000 visitors a day, right? For a week straight.
Jesus.
They probably sell 200,000 to 300,000 sticks of butter deep fried, and I can't.
Is it a whole stick that they do?
Yes, straight up.
Okay, so if I were doing by the way, they have
it's a stick on a stick. It's disgusting.
Yeah, they have McLeod. They have shows in the U.S. about like who's developing the new best fair food, right? So here's my deep fried butter.
Yeah, like you guys.
Hold on. Here's my deep fried butter fair food. Okay, here's what I would do, Scythe. Okay, it wouldn't be a whole stick of butter. It's going to be a smaller thin thing of butter. Okay, it's going to be frozen, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put it in sugar. We're going to coat it with sugar, and then we're going to coat it with a little cinnamon, and then we're going to dip it into the funnel cake batter, and then we're going to deep fry it. So then we have funnel cake that in the middle, the butter has just gone through the batter with the sugar and the cinnamon.
It's an inside-out pancake. I agree.
And by the way, you're gonna have to. You probably want to maybe do a little cinnamon sugar on the outside too when it's done. A little tap.
I'm concerned. I'm concerned. Like it's going to be under pressure, and like as soon as you break it, it's just going to like fucking.
Yes, you're correct. That is how that works.
Literally scald your face. Like you literally
you put it on a stick, but it's in a little. Little.
Like today's state fair, only 16 people got scalded in the face. Like
No. What I'm thinking is that butter is just
23% mark down from last year. Like
that butter is just going to suck into that batter, and it's just going to be buttered batter. What it's going to taste like is a really good cinnamon roll.
Fucking American.
Really good cinnamon roll. That's what it's going to taste like.
What you really want is deep fried brisket and waffles on a stick.
Ooh.
Oh, fucking hell.
That's so good. It's good. It's just brisket with cornbread batter or waffle batter on it. It's good.
That would be good.
These are all things that you're not going to be allowed to have after you're married.
You say that. She doesn't eat it all, so I'm the one who cooks. So I can make whatever the fuck I want.
Oh, shit. Okay. So, well, you caught a break there, dude.
Yeah. Trying to find a picture of the deep fried butter on a stick on the State Fair's website. Because it does not look appetizing. I don't know why people buy it.
Oh, deep fried pickles, man. They rock. Pickle chips? Yeah.
Deep fried pickles, deep fried mushrooms, onions, jalapenos. Deep fried jalapenos are god tier. If you haven't had deep fried kimchi is fantastic. It was a new addition last year, and it's so good.
I can't bring myself.
I can see that hitting a whole bunch of.
My wife and son love it, but yeah, no.
Kimchi's so good. One of my friends makes it from scratch with their family, and they just give me a couple jars a year. It's so good. I go through really quick.
It's like what
I don't. You know what I don't like though.
It's like what sauerkraut wish it was.
Correct. It's sauerkraut, but good.
My son had last week. I didn't even know they had these. I should have because grew up with this kind of food. But he had pierogies stuffed with sauerkraut, and I'm sitting there going, "Okay, you're making those wrong. Okay, you need to go get some kielbasa and slice it up and, fry those babies up with that kielbasa, and a sauerkraut pierogies. Now that would be good shit. I'm a fan.
Oh, apparently this year, the new add-on for the State Fair, the thing they're bragging about is barbecue egg rolls that have mac and cheese, barbecue, coleslaw, all mixed in and fried in an egg roll wrapper.
Is it pulled pork or is it brisket on the inside?
It's brisket. I got the picture here. I'll post it.
Ooh, that would be good. That'd be good.
I bet it's actually good. This is the picture that they're advertising for.
I want it to be gooier.
Jesus.
I want it to be gooier as well. Let me see if there's one in the wild. That's their demo item.
Hold it. That looks like shrimp, not brisket inside it.
Oh, that might be the shrimp one. They have a bunch. Oh,
yeah, that's gonna be a shrimp one.
They've got 5 or 6 different egg rolls. They have
I'll post it in chat so people can see what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's probably not good, but I want it.
It looks like a little sriracha, little squeegeed on the top of that baby, Yeah. By the way, with the brisket, but I want it to be a little runnier, cheesier, Yeah.
The question is, have you had the hot dog stuffed into a pickle then corn dogged? Because
that would be good.
I've never had it.
Is that a der pickin'?
I don't know what they call it, but I've heard of it.
That would be good. I liked when Paula Deen made hot dogs wrapped in bacon, dipped in cheese on a bun. Yeah. Hey, Molly. Greetings.
But no,
thank goodness I got sober.
Thank goodness I got sober. Yeah, it's a good response to some of this crap.
Yeah, when you go, corn dogs are good. Cheese inside a corn dog thing is also good. Good shit.
So, Eric, you'll get a kick out of this. The caterer we're using for the wedding, they actually do a stand at the state fair every year, but it's not the food they do for their catering. It's like, this is an abomination among God, but it's really good. So it's like barbecue brisket mac and cheese, but the brisket is cut and then deep fried on top of it with a bunch of salt. Ooh. It's great, but that's not what we're having at the wedding, unfortunately. But most of it is I think we all need to kill everybody.
I forgot. What are we having at the wedding? I don't even remember.
Some kind of beef roast that I've already forgot, and then some kind of chicken that I've already forgot, and then a bunch of sides. There's some kind of loaded mashed potato thing they're making that's going to be real good.
Is it like buffet or is it sit down? I think
it's going to do buffet style. We picked that out this time last year. Essentially, I don't remember.
Okay. See, this makes me think that you're not really that interested in this particular wedding in some way, shape, or form.
I helped make a lot of decisions for it, but we've been doing, how are the vows going to go? What's the ceremony look like?
Because the meme comes back around.
DJ. So I'm so far beyond it.
Because it definitely seems like the meme has come back around, and the meme is in chat, by the way.
Which meme?
That meme.
Oh, of course. I regret sharing that with you again. Luckily, I didn't give you the other version.
So we need another detail. What is the cake like? You got creamy filling between the layers. You going whipped cream?
It should be buttercream frosting.
Oh yeah. But are you doing sometimes people do fruit in the middle?
Oh yeah. Okay. I got you. I think one of the layers has raspberry in the middle.
Okay.
So here's the thing: we tried 9 different cakes when we do our cake tasting, and
that's the best part of getting married is the cake tasting. By the way,
here's the thing: I was thinking they're going to give you a little inch by inch piece, right?
No, you get a piece.
She gave you a full slice of the cake. So thank God I went, because only me and the mother-in-law to be actually could eat all of the pieces of cake by the time they got around to it. So we were fine. But I think one of the layers is chocolate, one of the layers is raspberry, because we couldn't do one of the ones I wanted because we might kill 2 people at the wedding due to allergies if they didn't know. So that was we've got a few allergies. We have people with nut allergies, and we have a few friends who have citrus allergies. So I wanted to do. They had a citrus, a lemon blueberry, that was really good. But I think that's going to be I think that's going to be at the rehearsal dinner, and we'll just tell my one friend not to eat it so she doesn't die.
You could always have you having a groom's cake.
Yes, my mother's making that one.
Oh, what is that?
Oh no, is she ordered that one? Hold on. There's 3 cakes. All right, I don't know it this point. We just talked about 2 days ago. I don't know.
Now, so everybody knows, I have met the fiance, and they're perfect for each other. Okay, just so everybody knows, she's very cool. I like her. So,
she's a hoot.
So yeah, he's not marrying like crazy ex-girlfriend. He's marrying a really nice girl who has a crazy family that we can then talk about.
Yeah, we can talk about so long as none of them are watching. Which I don't think they understand what Twitch is, so that's fine.
No. But I was going to ask you something. Oh. So, because we know the future wife. The wife is not watching. So
yeah, she's not shopping at one of her bridesmaids for sure.
Right. So are you gonna be nice, or are you gonna jam the cake up her nose?
Oh, I have been told instant divorce if we aren't polite about the cake. Instant on-site divorce. Mostly because she.
Well, you do realize, like, what that could potentially mean. Like, the vows are till death do us part. At the end.
Oh yeah, she had a knife really close.
There is a knife close when you're doing the cake thing, right?
It's a knife. It's right there. You can reach. But no, that was one of the first things she told me after we got engaged. She's like, for the cake, please do not shove it in my face. I'm like, I would not want you to do that to me. Says, like, I'm not going to do it to you. She goes, okay. Like, but if you do it to me, game on. I'm like, you don't understand. If you start it, I'm finishing it.
By the way, in case everybody doesn't know, I'm just going to live stream the fucking wedding. I mean, I'm just going to be there and just on sound. Then we'll be here.
Be standing up there with us. So I don't think.
I know, but my phone can be on. Sitting in my pocket, the audience cares.
Please ask the fiance before you live stream our wedding there, because it might void our contract with the photographer who also is live streaming the wedding. I think.
No. This is just nobody's
an official thing.
Nobody with any class is going to watch that live stream. They're going to watch us. All right, our audience. I'm not kidding. By the way, I'm kidding, guys. We might come into the show McLeod next week. McLeod, we might come in the show early and just say hi, right?
Yeah, that's
stuff like that. We'll see how it works, because I don't know how reception's going to be out where we are and stuff like that.
I mean, if you can't really get on, if you can't get on like Video Ninja, like and you can just like push something on Discord, then I'll see if I can get something ready for that as well. So,
well, the other thing too is so the audience knows why are we even talking about this, right? So, how long ago was it, Scythe, that you were like a kid in college with a bunch of old dudes in a wormhole on Eve, just running sites for ISK and blue stuff? Okay,
shooting the shit, talking about nonsense.
Yeah,
searching Twitter for fun.
So this is a relationship that really started, and then Scythe came out for my 50th birthday many years ago. Unfortunately,
went to Vegas. That's where that photo came from.
Vegas a couple times. So this is like the friendship that has really carried on because of Eve, right? Because of Eve Online.
It's one of the reasons I will never say Eve is a bad game. I just don't enjoy it anymore.
Yeah, and now I am in Scythe's wedding.
So, Eric, we have to be at the venue. The groomsmen have to be at the venue at 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
The groomsmen must be ready by 2.
You really need to post this to your group. No, by the way,
it'll be printed off. It's still being edited. Like, it had edits made.
By the way, the for the audience, the best part is, Eric's asleep at 11:30 at night. Okay, and all of a sudden his phone goes ding. Ding, ding. It's like the groomsman text going off on the phone, right? And hold on. I should have queued this up before the whole thing.
The text shape? Which one?
I'm going
So, if it's the thing where I'm posting where you need to be, that's because of Josh.
No.
Oh, the forks.
He goes, just so we're on the same page, we have to be at the rehearsal dinner, for the rehearsal at 5, right? He says, I'm paraphrasing, I'm not giving any details away, right? Okay. Yeah. So somebody whose number I don't have in my thing goes, but I am going to read this one, right? I'm going to need an address. Also, are there sleeping arrangements, or should I plan to go drive home after? And I'm sitting there going,
mind you,
we're a week away from the wedding. Holy shit, how do you not know?
Eric, mind you, in the group chat multiple times, I have stated, my family has got hotel rooms at blah, blah, blah hotel.
I know.
You stated, we are staying at this hotel. Like,
I said,
So what
the
you don't know,
Asmocks and the Demorgs are at this place, right?
What you don't know is that's one of my buddies who I play like games, like tabletop games and stuff with, and we have a Discord channel where we're chatting, and I'm gonna read from that, and because he needs to slap. So before Wednesday, right? This was Tuesday night at midnight. What's the plan for next week? Where am I needed and at what time? And I'm like, hey, rehearsals for is Friday. Be there at 5. I'm going to text the group with more information.
Okay.
His wife, who's also in this chat, responds, yeah, but we got to coordinate where I should be because they have a new puppy. And the puppy can't sit in the crate for 8 hours or whatever it needs to be. Fair, However, you've had almost a year to solve this problem. One of our other buddies, Eric, basically it's the two guys who didn't go to Florida with us. Okay. His name is actually Eric as well. He's like, I'm going to drive because I also have pets I have to take care of. He's like, but it's whatever. It's like an hour and 30 minutes. It's not that far of a drive. He doesn't care. So now they're like, well, I can ride with you. The next day, all right? Josh responds, I'm still not sure where I'm supposed to be Friday. You've had 3 invitations with the address sent to your house. What do you mean?
And a QR code that you can use on your phone to find the address. But I just want to be the first person to volunteer. Any of these idiots don't make it there on time. They can't. I will walk down the aisle with their bridesmaids.
That's fine.
All the bridesmaids and Eric.
One of them is already walking with 2 bridesmaids. We're gonna let Steven do that because it'll make him look like a dingus, and it'll be great. you meeting my cousin for 48 hours, I think you understand why it'll be very entertaining.
Okay. Yeah, I did. Yeah, okay. I got you.
suddenly brought about.
How do we?
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey,
he hasn't even told us which bridesmaids we get to walk down the aisle.
I have no idea. I actually have no clue.
I tell you.
The only thing
hold it. I'm not walking down the aisle with the crazy sister, am I?
No, the crazy sister's not one of the bridesmaids. She never.
Okay, good. Thank God.
Yeah, no. She was asked and then never responded.
She's gonna ride there saying, "I'm a bridesmaid,"
face to face, and she just walked away from the fiance. So yeah.
Wow. What the fuck?
Yeah. So I tell
you never know, Size. She may just suddenly randomly turn up and make a scene.
So I tell Josh, I'm like, hey, I'll send you the address. I get you've lost the address because his wife goes, I RSVP'd us the day we got the invitation, and I've put it somewhere I have no idea where it is. I'm like, fair. That is something I would do, except it's not.
Hold
I have the invitation to their wedding. If you told me to go grab the invitation to their wedding, I could grab it within 30 seconds. I know exactly where it is. And that was 3 years ago. And that is a groomsman in their wedding. So I don't need it.
Can't we just go to thenot.com and see the address?
I don't know if it's on there. I couldn't find it on there.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I've sent it to him. So it's whatever. But I was just like, how, buddy, how?
You know he's going to be short a groomsman. Everybody in the audience knows that, right?
It's fine.
But that's okay because Eric gets 2 girls, and that's good. And my wife, so that's 3. So that's 3.
Yeah. I don't.
We're all getting Mrs. Eric a little tipsy.
Just because it makes the party way more fun. But if you get up and leave her at the table, I will stop her from stealing your drinks if I'm over.
Thank you.
That was the problem. That was the only problem last time.
Don't
think you get through 47 towels in a hotel room again, but
she's she's grown out of that phase. I'm a mom out on the town. I have children. I never get to do anything fun like she was in Vegas.
See, I thought you were going to bring up my cousin in chat asking, why do we have to rehearse eating dinner?
Well, I didn't get to that yet, right? So it's the rehearsal dinner, and he actually said in the chat after all that, he goes, why do we have to rehearse eating dinner?
Different person, by the way.
And I liked your response, right? Or somebody's response.
That's my brother.
They use special forks.
You must gain experience with the special fork.
They use and we gain experience. I was going to respond, but it was 7:30 in the morning. I was going to respond and go, eating, helps restore mana, but I didn't.
Yeah. But yeah, I knew Steven was being sarcastic, but Jesus. How do you not know where you're going? We sent you so many pieces of paper with the address on it. The rehearsal dinner invitation has the address on it.
I know.
And that was sent out 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago.
It was great fun. I'm really looking forward to it. By the way, I did record the total number of miles for the bachelor party on.
13 each one.
No, it was 2,200 or something round trip on the other one.
Saying about 1,300 each way.
I gotta
write it as a business expense. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think you can.
No, I don't. I would not. Well, here it is. So the bachelor party was 2,292.1 miles round trip. Which brought the Subaru to 13,914 miles.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to provide you with a percentage of miles of the entire life of the vehicle spent on, Scythe.
Oh no.
By the way,
I'm going to check with tax force.
So it was great fun, and I'll be down there Thursday night. So.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm coming in Friday morning. I have to double check if they approve my PTO the way I told them to, or if they didn't, then I got to yell at them. So it's all good.
You'll probably have to yell at them anyway.
Oh, I may just not show up. I don't care. I gave them 6 months notice for that PTO. If they can't approve it, they can kiss my ass.
That's
how that works.
Yeah, don't take the shit, dude.
I'm gonna drive down there. I'm just gonna see, because all our meetings are Zoom meetings, right? I'm just gonna take my meetings on the phone all the way down there. I don't even have to take a day off.
I can't do my job and drive at the same time.
I know, but I can.
I have to type too much for my job and read too much for my job.
So
I had to yell.
And then I'll work from because we won't be doing anything Friday day, right? I'm torn. I might try and golf Friday. I might take Friday off and golf before the rehearsal day. Dude,
go to Brandywine Bay in Moorehead.
Where?
Brandywine Bay. It's a gorgeous course.
How far from?
It's like oh god, yeah. I think it's like an hour drive to the course from there, but it's like a.
No.
I don't know courses in Jacksonville because where I stay normally in that area is actually at the beach, and Brandywine Bay is a 30-minute drive, and it's totally worth the 30-minute drive. An hour drive might be much. The real question is how fast is 18?
Oh, well.
Pretty much there and back.
Playing it by myself, it's really fast.
Yeah. See, I'm shit at golf still, so it takes me a decent.
Okay.
By shit at golf, do you mean like you're still hitting it down the fairway, or is it like a case of you're hooking things all the time?
Okay.
Mostly my shitness at golf is that my clubs are way too short, and my friend who works for as a golf pro finally told me, "Oh, hey, you're slicing and hooking because your clubs are too short." And so I played in a very weird posture, and I hit bombs, but that posture is not good for my back. So if I spend money and get clubs that are the right length, I probably am okay at golf. because I used to be good at golf when my clubs fit. Decent.
Okay.
I could keep it in the fairway and break 100 every so often.
Okay, just because you swing the golf club a lot doesn't mean that you play slow.
Correct.
There's a difference.
No, but what does happen is when you hook into the water feature every other hole.
No, you
drive down.
You drive down to where you went into the water. You drop a ball and you hit it. It doesn't take any longer.
What you don't understand is the last time I played golf, I lost 24 balls. 24.
Okay, but still, it doesn't matter. That's not slow golf.
I had to go buy more.
You didn't decide to wade into the.
I did.
To the water feature and just grab.
We're on the back 9, luckily, and I was down to 6 balls because I lost. So I was just I don't know what the heck was going on. This is when we figured out my clubs are too short. And I lost one in such a thick hedge that you could not put your arm into it. Right, we couldn't get anywhere in there. But one of the people who lives on the course is like, "Hey." He's like, I saw it go in there, so you're like a club's length relief or whatever. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Wasn't there like a professional fucking golfer who had a I don't know why I recall this, but it was just the most fucking hilarious thing. Like he somehow like got his ball stuck in a tree.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I saw that clip yesterday.
Went to actually get basically knock it out the tree. Threw his club in, and the club got stuck in the tree, and he got really fucking angry about it. Shit.
I saw one where a guy at a pro match climbed the tree and hit it out of the tree.
Oh, you play it as it lies.
I'm pretty sure a tree counts as an obstruction, and I think you can take relief on that, but I don't know.
No.
Hey, Temtem.
If it's in the tree.
No. Well, no, your relief is down on the ground. Yeah. In the tree.
He hit it from in the tree, like he climbed the tree.
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
You are not going to.
I just
even if it's a stroke. I mean, penalty. Yeah. I mean, you just take it. Okay.
I admire him. Deciding to play it from there, like fucking hell.
The fiance was in the itinerary for the wedding as well. She has now mentioned me. What are you looking at the itinerary? I'm informing people.
Beyond the club. Yeah, I'm here on a show inviting everybody.
Everybody's welcome to the wedding.
Please don't.
Free info.
Please don't. I won't have the fire marshal show up and it's
It's an outdoor wedding.
No, the reception's inside the building. The ceremony's outside.
We're just inviting people to the wedding. We're not inviting them to the reception.
Yeah, y'all don't get food. You ain't deserve it. I ain't spending money on people. I already bought more beer than I think we're gonna need. So let's see how that goes.
How many people are coming to the reception? Hi, Tam.
150, give or take.
That's not bad.
So 150. How much beer did you buy?
3 Sixers, a few cases, and some other stuff. So 3 6 kegs, the Sixer kegs. And then I think 4 cases of them.
3 kegs of beer?
3 1/6 kegs. So 3 Sixers. Okay. Yeah, they have like 54 pours in them or something like that. 55 pours.
I don't know.
Here's the thing: the kegs are being actually provided by the fiance's aunt and uncle, who run these. They're like outdoor surf shop kind of things, but they all have like coffee bars and actual bars in them. So they're like, when in doubt, if we don't finish the kegs, we'll just take them back to the bar. Sweet, free beer.
There you go.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah.
So that'll be good. And then we're actually the fiance does not care about the wine because she has got a special stash of stuff for her that I am in charge of picking up today. So we got to go pick up the wine today for that. So my mother is going to go to a wine tasting with me. We're going to find a bunch of different wines to bring.
Ooh.
So that's going to be a thing.
Let's see, North Carolina.
Yeah. We're having Red Oak.
We're not near Charlotte. We're not near Greensboro. We're not near Outer Banks. We're not really.
No, we are literally at the Outer Banks. We're like 45 minutes from the Outer Banks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can go to Emerald Isle or Wilmington.
I could golf at Currituck or Nag's Head.
I don't know Nag's Head. That might be fun.
I think Nag's Head's probably further. I think it's a little more south.
Nag's Head. Yeah, that is. Oh, that's Florida. Hold on. It picked Jacksonville, Florida, not North Carolina on that map.
There's Briar Creek, the Carolina Club.
Briar Creek's near my actual house.
Yeah.
If you ever want to play that, let me have a shot.
I can play for cart feet, dude. Yeah. Devil's Ridge.
So Nag's Head is a 3-hour drive. It's farther north.
Yeah.
So what was the other course you wanted to play?
Well, I'll just look at what's close to where we are.
Yeah, Wilmington's is just shy of an hour. Parker's Island, Emerald Isle, Moorhead, those are closer.
Wilmington's what? Oh, there's just a city club in Wilmington. There's no course.
No.
Winston-Salem has Bermuda Run. I don't know. I like courses where I can just play for cart feet. It's more fun. So yeah,
it's fair.
Not that many in North Carolina though. There's a couple.
Yeah, so Brandywine Bay is a 49-minute drive, and I do think it's probably the best course there. But there's also a course at Emerald Isle. They have a little club, but it's not the nicest.
I'm looking at member clubs.
Oh, okay. Well, I can help you with that.
Yeah, I'm looking at a list there.
All right, hold on. The fiance sent me something. Let's see. We'll listen to that later. She sent me a 3-minute voice message. Why didn't she just call me on the phone? If it's more than 30 seconds, just call me. Just call me.
Or text, right? Right, folks?
Well, no, I'd rather have the voice message than text. It's faster because I can send it like 5 times speed. I don't have to actually look at the screen.
So, I mean, we're like an hour into the show. We're going to only maybe do an hour. Is there any Eve shit to talk about?
Are they doing that play test for the first-person shooter thing?
There has been a little bit of Eve stuff. Like, it's, yeah. I know somebody wanted to get like a bit of a TLDR on what's going on in HiSec as such. The random shit that's going on in the random shit in HiSec is basically shit that's going down in perimeter, and essentially it's certain enemies of Imperium and in it have been using CTOs in perimeter to basically fund and fuel their alliance. It's one of their income streams, and the fact that the HiSec kind of rules on Excel structures have been changed a little while ago, so you can't actually drop any Excel structures in HiSec anymore, means that if those things die, like that's permanent. That's like literally permanent. Like you can't put CTOs back up. So that's one of the reasons why some of those timers were prioritized over other things, and why perimeter was like basically really fucking terrible to fly through or fly into or log into for like a night and a bit. Yeah, and both of those CTOs died, I believe. So op success.
Op success.
Yeah. The kind of the history of those CTOs was essentially because people could put HiSec like Excel structures down. They were ideally one of the sort of most efficient structures for building things, and for I think researching things and all that kind of random stuff. Like, and so people. There'd been for a good period of time a bit of HiSec kind of fuckery with people wanting to undercut people and people wanting to sort of strong arm others into using their own stuff, and it eventually ended up becoming something that the Imperium didn't really care about, but PanFam and PandaFam kind of really felt more inclined to want to use. So it ended up basically being something that they utilized and that we didn't really care about. Yeah. And so we redressed that. recently.
You regressed that.
Redressed.
Redressed that.
Redressed that. Oh.
Yeah. And yeah, that's kind of like the TLDR of what the fuck happened and why the fuck it happened. In Perimeter. So yeah. Other than that, yeah, as I said, there's the new fucking Vanguard thing going on, but like, I mean, oh god.
I don't think have you played much?
Have you played much of it? Have you tried a little bit of it? Like,
no, because you have to resub to Eve to get into it. So why would I waste that? It's the stupidest way to do a play test of anything if you actually want a decent enough player base size to try it.
Yeah, and one of the things, I think the reason why they fucking like did it that way is because they don't want people to just like jump on it and try it for like 2 seconds and then be like, oh yeah, it fucking sucks.
Well, here's the thing. In a world where everyone who plays shooters is basically playing Helldivers, God help you if you try that.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not going to get anyone on there if they have to pay to join it when they could spend $30 and play Helldivers.
Plus, it's not like, the people who have paid $30 or the people who have got an American account are going to praise it even if it's shit.
No, because they're spending money not on Eve development. They're spending money on a separate project. That doesn't work for them. Their fan base is too rabid, I guess.
Well, yeah, it's one of those things where, if it's shit, I'm going to say it's shit. Like, I applauded them initially when they came out, with the shooter because, like, surprisingly enough, it was actually better than the previous attempt that they had with
Dust. Yeah.
Fucking no, it wasn't Dust, but the one afterwards, like the
the Valkyries
one. The project, the other kind of thing. Like,
yeah, I know
that one, which they essentially sort of had at a fan fest for people to try out, and it literally, I watched people playing it, and it really looked like it was just some like rehashed like version of Unreal Tournament without any of the kind of decent shit in Unreal Tournament, but just with an Eve skybox like plastered over it, right?
Morgan and I tried it, and it was
and the whole cool idea that I thought was going to be really awesome was like you're going to be running around the sort of surface of Eve ships, and it was like, why does the surface of an Eve ship have a fucking guardrail and like stairs and like an indoor room that has no sort of like fucking doors and shit? Like, what the fuck's going on with the exterior of this shit?
Drones. Drones are what's going on. Drones don't need guardrails. They do need grips though, like anchor points.
It did not make any sense. It made me think that like it was just put together in a weekend.
It felt like a test test. It didn't feel like a beta or an alpha.
A little bit, yeah. But like Vanguard, when it came in, it felt like they'd spent more time on it. But the thing is, since then, the only thing I've really seen from it is, since that time has been some bug fixes, some stuff that like really should have been like sorted out even before the actual fucking game started up, like some really fundamental stuff like, keeping keybinds, like, that sort of thing, right? And the only significant thing that I've seen that's been added to it like recently has been obviously the mining stuff. But even then, the mining gun doesn't even have textures on it. It's literally just like a green fucking a green model. There's obviously animations and there's obviously some like, particle effects and stuff like that. But also the fucking the ore is untextured, and the mechanic for the ore is really fucking basic as well. And I've seen enough fucking videos of people making stuff in Unreal Engine to know that doesn't take a team of people like months to do.
No, it's
either and I asked this in the fucking in the Discord, I wondered, like, is half the team been requisitioned to work on Project Awakening or something? At which point I was basically told no, like nobody's been requisitioned to go there. It's a completely different team, etc., etc. So all I can imagine is that there are a bunch of devs on the project, not on Project Awakening, but on Vanguard, that are working on something else, like some other big thing that is gonna at some point be put into the game. Because like, I can't see where the dev time is going. Is what I'm saying. Like, it's just, I don't know where it's going. And people are saying that like their experience with playing Vanguard has been pretty terrible. Like, there's been there's apparently people running around with hacks and like one-shotting people.
Yeah,
which is just fucking fantastic, great.
Yeah, if you don't have some kind of anti-cheat that just is god tier, your first-person shooter is just going to suffer. It's not going to be fun to play it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's unfortunately how this works.
And I can tell you right now, if there's people like just using hacks and stuff, then there's too little server checks and server stuff going on, because what hacks generally tend to hook on is stuff that the server just allows the client to get away with.
Yeah.
That's all that happens. And that's one of the reasons why EVE Online is quite devoid of people just blatantly cheating, is because everything that you do in the client goes to the server and is checked by the server before it gets propagated out to other clients. Whereas, when you have an FPS game, most of the time you can't do that because of the amount of actions, the amount of things that you do, the amount of control that you have with your character and all that kind of stuff, means that like you either need to have a extremely fast and competent server to be able to handle all of the information flow and the checking of that information flow, or they have to basically not check as much stuff. And for the stuff that they don't check is the stuff that, cheat developers will hook onto to try and make cheats.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you have to find a good middle ground or a good spot to be able to like deal with cheaters. So, and that's really, from what I've seen and stuff like that, is really, that's kind of like the only real kind of, that's the only moderately interesting stuff that's been going on in EVE.
See, I had hopes when Dust 514 came out, and then they made it a specific console exclusive for a game linked to a PC platform.
Yeah.
That was so they could get dev money. Like they otherwise. So I understand the business decision. However, the better business decision would be crowdfund that bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they actually would have got crowdfunding. Like EVE players kind of are whales. Like,
and what's funny? You're talking about crowdfunding, because we've seen that significant development can be done with crowdfunding and other kind of ways of funding a development of a game, kind of thing. But one of the classics is Star Citizen, obviously.
I mean, they've made so much money off of that, and they haven't even launched the game. They've made billions.
Well, yeah, it's a lot of people talk about it as basically being a money shop with a game, with an excuse of a game attached to it. And it's funny because a lot of the people who like praise Cloud Imperium Games, the devs who make it, are kind of like hailing the development of meshed servers as being some kind of like god tier moment in gaming. And it's like, well, congratulations, you've made it to where EVE was like fucking a decade and a half to 2 decades ago, like at this point in time, right? Static meshing between basically like a different server between two different like systems. It's like, yeah, we've had that in EVE for fucking forever.
Yeah, Guild Wars did that. Like,
it's not a new thing. It's not a new thing. Like, but
I mean, it is useful. Don't get me wrong. It was a good decision for that game.
But it is useful, yeah.
Basically, every service.
But when they actually develop something, semi decent and actually interesting and unique, then I might mention it. But like, it's definitely, mentioning it today was definitely worth it in terms of like a reality check, because like fucking hell, it's not a it's not a coming of Jesus sort of moment at all. It's just literally congratulations. You've made a game that most other games were able to do like decades ago.
Yeah, but yeah, I will say one thing: people who are upset about their development cycle, they're about on track for most MMOs. They take anywhere from 10 to 15 years for most MMO development, like from scratch.
Yeah, and remember, they've got some fucking serious like
goals. Yeah.
Design creep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because originally it was supposed to be like a 4v4 dogfighting game.
It was just meant to be a dogfighting game, and now it's like fucking a universe simulator, right?
Yes.
Like,
and I bought into Star Citizen a little bit because when it first was announced, I'm like, oh, that sounds like something I would love. You know, just how much I enjoyed Eve at the time. And I'm a big sci-fi guy.
Yeah, I like the dream. I like the dream that they have, and it's not like it's entirely vaporware in any way, shape, or form.
And the alpha builds that are out are actually not bad. It's just it's not enough content.
Yeah, they have developed stuff, but like it's just a case of like, you know, at some point they have to finish it. They have to have a game that has enough elements working to be able to sustain a community playing it constantly. And they're not even there yet. So, you know, but they're slowly fucking working on it. I just hope that at some point when they finally get to it, they realize, oh, you know, the system that this is all based around is so fucking ancient and depreciated that we have to make version 2. Because then it's just like, oh, fuck. Okay, so this is just going to be I mean, an MMO is going to be always a cycle of renewal, right? But like, you have to be able to at least fucking launch the game before you have to renew the base level of the game, right? So we'll see. We'll fucking see.
Who knows? It might be fine.
Yeah.
They may have already planned for that.
I mean, I fucking hope so, but you know, I don't know. I I have my doubts.
I assume they don't know because you know it's probably something unexpected technically. It's like.
They've had enough time to figure out what might be unexpected, in my opinion. Fuck. Other than that, there was a video from there was a video about the blockchain classic from who else but Ilmar, right? I haven't had a chance to actually look at it because like I only just found out about it recently-ish.
It's all right. Hilmar will like somehow make.
But you know, it's one of those things where Hilmar releases it in like the most, you know, the stuff like this is released in the smallest little kind of community bubbles about like Web3 stuff, and then like we slowly end up fucking learning about its existence, and like, you know, I only literally found out about it like today. I haven't had a chance to get through it first. But you know, if you want to go fucking listen to it, it is. I'm gonna put it in chat now. But you can check it out. But like, you know, if you get angry, then chances are you're probably a normal person.
Anger is a correct emotional response.
Anger is a correct emotional response for this. Like,
I like to get hangry.
Yeah, I had to solve that before the fiance's friends came to take her shopping because I'm like, it's like noon. I need food. People making me get dressed on a Saturday morning. How dare they?
Somebody's going to make you get married on a Saturday morning or afternoon.
Yeah, Saturday afternoon technically, but close enough.
You're going to be getting like really fucking dolled up, dude.
Just remember.
I mean, I used to wear the exact same outfit we're wearing to the wedding every day for work. So it's a suit, man.
Well, let's.
I do want to say that, like, you know, regarding the Project Awakening thing, he has. There's transcripts. There's like a transcript thing for on the video, and there is a bit that he says. Oh, fuck, where is it? Founding. There's literally a bit about like Project Awakening and blockchain.
Of course there is.
I mean, of course there is, right? Like
blockchain, the way of the future. No, it's just an encryption method.
Where is it? Like, because there we go. Where are we going to? We do have some. So I'm going on like the automatic transcripting thing. So there might be a little bit of wrong fucking things here, but apparently he says, and we do have some of that in Eve. I think that the conversation makes a whole lot of sense, especially when you give our community of people not just an API to compose with, but also give them smart contracts to compose with. Because no one's done anything dodgy or weird or fucking underhanded with smart contracts ever, have they? You know, just stealing people's entire fucking crypto wallets.
Yeah.
You know, put you know, like literally doxing people for forever with smart contracts. You know, all sorts of shit, all sorts of really underhanded fucking stuff. But you know, don't worry. We're going to give this the ability to make smart contracts on Project Awakening to the player base and see what happens.
Yeah,
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, the longer I work in banking, the more I go, I'm just paying for everything in cash. Screw every other.
Just so people get an understanding, smart contracts are basically not really that smart, to be honest. They're just basically a way of being able to you can write code into little segments of you can write little segments of code, right? Those segments of code can do almost anything, really. One of those things that people have made smart contracts with is they've made little smart contracts that they can drop into people's crypto wallets, and you know, just opening your wallet will will set that smart contract off, and it can just literally steal shit.
Let's not code in Python. I had a classmate who got expelled from college because he kept bringing up Python in a C++ class, and it was funny as shit. Not even a joke. That really happened. He got kicked out of the final, and he flunked out because he couldn't take the final.
Oh, jeez.
It was great. If he would have just kept his mouth shut, he'd been fine.
That's fucking funny.
But then he also brought up the recursion song, and that was a thing. But yeah. Thank you for bringing up that memory, because it was one of the funniest things that's ever happened to me in college, is that dude getting kicked out at the final.
That's insane.
Because he said, "Can I do the final in Python?" It's a C++ class. No. Well, Python's better. Like, he just argued with the professor for like 10 minutes.
It's like, this is a C++ course.
Then he's like, "Can I tell everyone about the recursion song?" And he's like, "Shut the fuck up. We're trying to take a final." It was amazing.
That's great.
Very entertaining. I don't know if I got a good grade on that final. I just remember that. I have no idea what I got in that course. I just remember that dude getting kicked out.
I just remember my first two classes in information science. I had already written all the code from the textbook, so I just brought my high school notebook in and
handed it in.
And didn't even go to class. I just showed up for the quizzes. It was hilarious.
I did that for a math class where I just showed up, took the test, and left. I'm trying to remember. I think it was a calculus class. That's because I read the syllabus well.
I did that for Anthropology 101.
Oh!
I showed up for the first class and the last class.
Earth Sciences, I did that because I sat down in the first class, my second semester of freshman year, and the entire defensive line sat down beside me, and I went bitchin', and I got up and walked out. Like, no one's getting lower than a B as long as you take the test.
By the way, in that anthropology class, I got a B plus. Buddy of mine who did the same thing, he got an A, and my girlfriend who went to every class and was a straight A student got an F. There was one grade. It was the final.
I mean, that's how that works a lot of times.
That was funny as hell. And we're like, she had a meeting with the professor, and she goes, "I know you didn't even grade these. You just wrote letters down."
His answer is, "You're not wrong."
Yeah, he switched her to incomplete and let her retake the class the next semester. True story. True story of the 80s.
80s wild, man.
Yeah, that's when the Gen Xers were born, not the fucking boomers.
Yeah, boomers were in college in the 80s.
No, boomers were not in college. Or were not in college in the 80s. Boomers are. You know who the boomers are?
They're old people. Anyone older than me is automatically boomer.
Yeah, that's not what it really is.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
I'm pretty sure.
Reddit said so.
Reddit doesn't. No, not the, it's when you were. It's when you were born.
Are you sure?
No.
I'm pretty sure Reddit knows.
Yeah, Reddit doesn't know.
I mean,
Reddit is like the worst thing under the sun. I mean, it's so stupid.
Yeah, but there's titties on there.
There is a lot of porn on Reddit.
There's like so much porn on there now. It's like half of Reddit.
Is Reddit? I don't even know that because I don't even go to Reddit.
I'm going to send you a link that you'll like. How about that? You could just swipe up on the app and it's just a different set of tits.
It's like think about it. Like, you know, you have subreddits for all different kinds of activities and all different kinds of, you know, interests. So why wouldn't that, you know, also extend to all the various different types of porn?
Because I mean, you're just sitting there going, "There's so many other ways to get porn on the internet. Why do we need it on Reddit?" But yeah, okay.
But I mean, was it Tumblr or whatever where they like said no more porn and they lost 96% of their user base?
It was something like that, yeah. They were like,
I remember College Humor made a video about it, and they literally had done the math and figured out how much of the content on the site was porn. It was 96% of the content was porn.
Wow.
Because one of the jokes is Brennan Lee Mulligan going, how much of our content is porn? 90? 96? Like just screaming it like at the people off screen.
I mean, I'm not anti-porn or anything. I'm just like, why do we need a Reddit for it?
Because you got to critique the porn. You know, if you got horities and honeys, you know, for your water glasses, you got to have porn critiques. You know, porn reviews.
Exactly.
I guess. I don't know.
You got to get into the r/water drinkers or whatever it is, where you have to talk about how you like to drink water very specifically or some shit.
Really?
There's a subreddit for everything, and if that's not a subreddit, because it should be, because I think that's a sum.
How I like
there's
to
got to
drink
be a
water
subreddit for that. Like,
yeah, there's the comedian Sun One, and he makes this exact joke. Not that I recall.
I can see how arguments can form for that. Like something so fucking, you know, pointless as that. Because that's the internet right there. Like pointless debates and arguments. Yeah, fuck it.
How dare you call people's hobby pointless? Like
exactly. I'm a professional water drinker. Thank you very much.
I drink water to survive. You drink water for fun.
And you think that's ludicrous? There are literally professional water drinkers. Like they are. There's water sommeliers. I think.
What's the hot dog guy's name?
There is. There fucking is, and it's fucking. That's the weirdest fucking things. Like it's just goddamn water.
As someone who only drinks water when their body starts hating them, no, I'm joking about that. Yeah, it's actively, I drink like a gallon of water a day. It's my primary beverage.
By the way, this is like true because you know, Scythe gets in my car going to like fucking Disneyland, and he's got like half gallon of water.
Yep.
By the way, he holds it up because it's like in a thermosy thing, right? He goes, "I got my water for the day. I got my water."
Bottle. Look them up. They're great. They have a pour spout and a sippy spout. It's best.
Okay. I'm just laughing.
It also comes with a little bag you can put on. So
I'm sitting there going, I'm pretty sure they got water at the, park.
Well, I bought it for the car ride, so I didn't have to say, "Oh, stop! I'm thirsty."
It was like 15 minutes. I don't know. Yeah, that was you got that.
Oh no! I just left it in your car. Oh, you're talking about we went to the park. It just stayed in your car. I never took it into the hotel room because there was glasses on it.
Yeah. There was a full kitchen in the hotel room.
Correct. Yeah, that's why I left.
There was a refrigerator.
That's less of a hotel room. That's more of like a
they're like
an apartment.
They were villas. They had, in fact, I don't know.
I like that though. I like that though. That's. I'd rather have fucking options than just be like, oh, you've got a kettle and that's it. Fuck off.
Well, our room was right by the pool, and we had a screened-in deck porch.
We did too, but we were on like some pond that I kept trying to see if there's an alligator.
Yeah, there was.
Probably.
There, but yeah. So
fucking Florida, man.
Here's what happens, McLeod, when one of the guys that is in the bachelor party group, has more Marriott Vacation Club points than he can potentially use in a given year, and they're going to expire. He says, "I'll get the rooms." Wasn't Eric, by the way. He goes, "I'll get the rooms." So of course we all get Vacation Club villas, right?
Yeah, he said he was going to get eight rooms, and it should be 4 rooms, and it should be enough to sleep 8 or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, they'll be like rooms with double beds. No, he got 4 villas. We could have brought 16 people.
My room had a king bed, had a jacuzzi bathtub, and then had a separate bathroom.
See, I didn't realize the master had a jacuzzi tub. I let my cousin have the master because I'm like, I don't care, man. I'm just tired. I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah.
I would have used the jacuzzi tub. Too. I would have totally used the jacuzzi tub.
I did not use the jacuzzi tub. I'm just like that.
It's just very rare that I fit in tubs. So when there is one that I fit in.
There you go.
Understandable. Very understandable.
But yeah, so we're in a nice place. Yeah. And then, Scythe got up at 5 a.m. the day we were leaving.
2 miles
and
breakfast.
Walked 2 miles, went to McDonald's, had breakfast,
No one else was up. Y'all have to get yourselves up. You're adults. You can set alarm clocks.
I did get up. I just
you talk about the weekend,
so it doesn't
though,
matter
right?
to me. This was Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, like who the fuck is setting alarms on a weekend?
Well, we had to drive 12 hours that day.
No.
Okay. If maybe that situation, yeah,
you had to drive 9 hours.
I had to ride 9-ish hours.
If there's shit that you literally have to do that takes a good fucking chunk of time, and you can't do it in the week, then yeah, fair enough. But
let me describe this coming out of Florida here. Okay, so Eric's driving, and 3 other people are like this.
I wasn't asleep. I was awake the entire ride, unfortunately. Normally I would sleep, but everyone else fell asleep first. So
Y'all woke up for Buc-ee's. That's about it. And to point out every Buc-ee's on the way.
Which was very entertaining, to be honest.
And then we stopped at the slowest McDonald's in South Carolina at the Hilton Head exit.
Oh my God.
I swear to God, by the way, every McDonald's on Hilton Head is exactly the same way, so they're all fucking slow. It's just terrible. We're never going back.
I would just just leave. I'd be like, cancel my order.
Yeah.
No money.
So we drive 9 hours back to Scythe's house, and then DeMorg and I drive the balance of 17 hours to my place, and then
DeMorg drives another 5 or whatever it is,
and he drove another 5 to his place. He didn't even stay. Right?
I was like, why are y'all? Y'all could have totally stayed. We have guest rooms.
Yeah, we could have, but I wanted to work the next day. I had to. I had some things I needed to do for some folks, and
I'm not judging, but I'm like, that's what my assumption was. Y'all are going to spend the night again. So.
Yeah. We that's it. I don't know. We're just playing by ear. We're just doing a thing. Not worried about it. It was fun.
Yeah.
And I've never driven for 17 hours ever in my life.
Yeah.
But with DeMorg in fucking DC traffic, man, holy fuck!
Is he just yelling the whole time? I can see that.
No. He is on someone's bumper 90 miles an hour through the Beltway.
I picture all of the veins in his neck sticking out while he drives in DC traffic, and him just very quietly swearing or yelling loudly like "Move!"
I'm very quiet when I drive in DC traffic. I've driven in DC traffic on the Beltway so many times. I'm just like. Fuck it.
The best part is I literally went to DC the very next weekend. Boy, we're going to see a comedy show.
So we're being asked, what's the plan with the recent activity in the South with the Imperium groups attacking structures? We're blowing that shit up.
I'm fairly certain it's just a case of poking shit and seeing a response. Because that's one of the things. If you're blowing shit up in all different areas of the fucking of the fucking cluster, then poking things in various different places keeps people guessing, right?
Is
that's in bed. Got it.
This is part of the show where we should figure out: is there a meta show today?
I don't know.
Brisk was here earlier, but he doesn't tell us.
There is, yeah. So Brisk is going to be, it will be Brisk and Mark, I believe.
Did he get a shower today? Did Brisk get a shower today, or is he stinky on the shower?
I'm fairly certain he had a shower today. Yeah, like he's a man who keeps himself, definitely scrubbed up. He doesn't take any pictures of it for us anymore, which kind of sucks. But
there's always cracking up. Not even gonna lie.
Yeah,
I think he must have upped his rates or something. I don't know.
I'm turning off his OnlyFans. That's it. We're done with the Brisk OnlyFans. There's only so much we can take of absentee OnlyFans people.
Yeah, we're not going to keep subbing if we're not getting them wet nips.
Yeah, exactly.
Aren't there like legitimate shows and people on OnlyFans too? It's just not like naked people, is it?
It's like
90% is naked people, but it's not all naked stuff.
Okay.
But like, it was kind of funny. I was looking for that the image that the original image of you came from for that meme, right? Mm-hmm. And I was literally just scrolling up in our staff channel, and just every so often a picture of Brisk in the shower would pop up. It fucking made me laugh.
Cloud, if I give it to you, will you only use it for good? Because I actually have it, like, pretty accessible. Or are you going to use it for evil?
What is evil?
Versus
good.
I mean, that's very subjective, but yeah, so we'll only use it for good.
Okay. I literally have it right here in front of me.
Okay.
Scout's honor.
Scout's honor.
Still show it to the wife. That's what I meant. Actually, you can show it to the wife because I'm very clearly not giving a shit about what's in the background at the time.
All right.
Mostly because I think I had like a fifth of Jack Daniels and a bunch of other shit at the time, so I barely remember half of what happened.
I mean, you were out of it, so
dude, I was blitzed off my head.
So you're fine. It's all good. But
so
Meta Show will be happening tonight. It'll be happening in an hour, just a shade over an hour and 20 minutes from now, I believe.
There you go.
And we will actually Brisk has got a guest on, Arcadius Soul.
Well,
if that name rings a bell to you, then fair enough. If it doesn't, then fair enough. I did a quick fucking Google search because I'm not in the know, and hopefully Arcadius will be able to, or at least Brisk will be able to verify if Arcadius is actually an NPC AI bot or not. So we hopefully hopefully that'll get solved. Or that'll get cleared up in an hour and a half. So good fucking shout. And also obviously Brisk is going to be talking about the stuff going on with Horde. And I believe he says he's got receipts.
What?
So
he has receipts?
Yes.
Why?
In case the IRS
as in he has like
proof,
verifiable evidence.
Okay.
For what he says. That's what we mean by receipts.
That makes more sense. That was very
yeah. So yeah. That's Meta Show. So make sure you are here in an hour and 20 minutes. Time to check that out.
There you go.
Do we want to wrap it up there, or do we?
We can. Unless we got let's do one last.
I mean, I don't have anything. I don't have anything else. Like,
we got nothing.
I've literally been.
Even so boring. We talked about sites pending nuptials.
I've been neck deep in trying to understand fucking heat pumps. And that kind of stuff.
Like heat sinks?
Yeah.
Okay, well, time out.
No. Like
or like HVAC.
No. For like, home heating and that shit.
Yeah, HVAC.
Okay.
Heating, air conditioning.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Okay, so I have one question for you.
I've been. Yeah.
How cold does it get in the winter?
So it doesn't get that cold in the winter, but like, global climate change is a thing. So we're starting to get like some pretty big swings in temperature. So I'm going to be getting one
0 Celsius.
On occasion, a few times, yeah. I'm going to be getting one that is going to be capable of dealing with -20. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so, wherever that ground is on them, right? Because they just become an electric heater after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I also want one that is capable of being able to run in reverse and actually, provide cooling in the summer as well. So.
Well, that's the definition of a heat pump.
Yeah, I know, but like some of them, like there's some versions of it that like although it obviously can be run in reverse, it doesn't really work too well to be run in reverse because the way that it's set up, it doesn't require like it's not air to air. Like if it's air to water, it's a little bit more awkward, difficult. But but
okay,
that's getting in the weeds of that shit.
Absolutely. Erik has standard HVAC.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, natural gas.
You guys have standard HVAC, and that's all good.
Like, no, I mean, but when you go in the South, because of the temperature limitations, right? They tend to be all heat pumps down in the South. You're probably heat pump, right? So,
I don't actually. So mine and my air conditioning and my heat are separate. So the only one I actually care about is the air conditioning, because it's the South. It only gets down to like 40 here, and I can put a coat on and be fine.
Yeah.
Not bother me. My fiance would freeze to death, but I don't give a shit. So,
yeah, because like
40 Fahrenheit, by the way.
Because the UK is like got the like 57th degree latitude, so like it's well between 50 and 57, I think.
Yeah, heat pumps don't work real good when I get it because it just gets a little too cold.
So I if I'm not mistaken, this house doesn't have a heat pump. My old one had a heat pump because if they get snow all over them, they just freeze and shut off.
Basically. What do you use for heating on your house?
I have a gas.
Okay.
I have this gas unit in the attic. It's weird.
Okay, so you probably have a mini gas heater.
Yeah, it's not very mini. It takes up like a third of my attic. So.
Oh wow, that is pretty big.
But luckily, the hot water heater, the water heater is up there as well, and that takes up no room because it's tankless, and I love it.
Oh, you have a whole house tankless?
It's dope. Yeah, it's all gas.
Yeah, so we have that. We have that too.
I've had that.
That's
well.
awesome.
Like I've had that before as well, and it's pretty good because like you just get like instant hot water like on demand.
So I grew up. My house I grew up in is in the middle of nowhere. Technically, it's not in any city limit or anything like that. So we had a neighborhood well for water, which was fine. Like we had infinite water, and it tasted way better than anywhere else. But if the power went out, the well stopped working. We had electric hot water, so the hot water didn't work. Well, moving to a city is the best thing ever because I'm like, the power's out, but the water is still hot, and it keeps coming. So this is nice.
Yeah, but if you have it. But that works with a tank water heater.
I need to get a relay actually as well.
But a tankless water heater that's gas powered will not heat the water.
Correct, because it has to have a trigger to turn itself on. However, it doesn't take much power to turn that on.
No.
Something. I have a UPS I can plug into it for like 20 minutes to get hot water for a shower.
Exactly. Yeah, you'd have to do the UPS. And since we have generator power here, right? I don't ever care.
Yeah,
you've also got PV as well, so there's that.
So the fiance, all of their family had big generators on their house. We had this ice storm that shut power down in most of the state for about 2 weeks when I was younger, and they ain't playing that game anymore.
I remember that.
It sucked. Mostly it sucked as a kid because I was told I wasn't allowed to go out and play outside in the snow.
Well, that sucks.
Mostly because we didn't have heat in the house and we were trying to keep the doors closed and we didn't want to get everyone wet and dirty because you couldn't take a shower, you'll catch hypothermia. It made sense why we weren't allowed to go play outside until the heat came out.
Yeah.
But it's
I also grew up with a well scythe and that when the power's out, right, there's no flushing the toilets.
Yeah. So living in hurricane land, anytime we know a storm like that was coming, we'd just fill up one of the bathtubs full of water and use that water to flush toilets, or fill up big Rubbermaid tubs or whatever. You have toilet flushing water.
I live in the land where power would go off and you didn't expect it to go off. So,
well, my previous house before this one, I was on the same city block as the depot for the DOT and the city police. So when the power went out, I got mine back immediately.
Yeah, you did pretty quick.
But the new house, I'm not so sure about.
Yep. All right. So that's pretty much. I think we all got our one last things probably somewhere. Scythe, I will see you in a few days.
5, 6 days, yeah.
Yeah. So looking forward to it. I'll let you know when we're there. Not that you'll.
Yeah, just text me. Text me when we're on the way, and I'll figure out where I can be. Because if I did get Thursday off, I'm just going to go ahead and head up there and goof off. You know?
Whatever, man.
I won't have a hotel room till Friday night, but I can at least come hang out if you're up there and drive home that night.
We get Marriott hotel rooms like nothing.
Yeah, I know, but it's not really. When my house is an hour and 45-minute drive away, as long as I'm not, I can just drive home at like midnight and not care.
You're getting married. You don't need to be sleepless and all that bullshit. You know, be cool. You don't have to entertain us. We'll be there. It's cool. But yeah, we'll see when DeMorg's getting up there too. I don't even know. So I haven't seen his wife in a long time. So that'll be nice to see her. All right. So, and by the way, again, this is all because of Eve. So, so it's really cool. Hopefully,
wait, hold on. Just based off the 3 people on this show, we got to talk about H1Z1 for 5 seconds.
H1Z1 for 5 seconds. Okay, 5 seconds. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so this one time, some idiot who we know made a road and crashed the entire private server we were given by the devs, and then we got yelled at. The end. There you go. 5 seconds.
I don't even remember that, but okay.
That was like the last thing we did on that server before that game basically shut down.
That fucking server. Jesus Christ.
God damn.
All right.
There's so much drama on that server, I don't even.
So McLeod's in charge of the stream next week. So
yep.
And hopefully Scythe and I will be able to do like a little cameo appearance, and we're hoping.
Yeah, but we can't end at 3:00 if we do a cameo appearance because we're pretty sure we have to be ready for the ceremony.
We would just come in for
like
10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Like you guys can pop in, pop out. Like it's all good.
We'll make DeMorg say a poem and
DeMorg will be there. Yeah.
We'll make him read something on because that was entertaining.
Yep.
All right, folks. We're going to go to the outro. Later, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Be back here in